Hey folks, welcome back. In this video, we will be talking about Python polymorphism. So, polymorphism is the one of the concepts of object-oriented programming. So, let's look at the definition. So, polymorphism is the ability of objects behave in different ways depending on the context in which they are used. So, it looks a bit complex, the definition. So, let's put into simple terms. Um, Object of different types acts differently for the same interface. The interface can be an operator or a function or a class method. So let's look at the simple example here. So that is operator polymorphism. Let me copy this code to playground. So here we can see that we have two statements, that is printing 5 plus 8 of integer data type, and in the second line we have 5 plus 8, that is of string data type. So we are using the same operator, that is plus. So let me run this Python polymorphism and playground. So we can see that for the first statement we got the output as 13, and for the second statement we got the output as 58. So the operator is same, but it's behaving differently for both integer data type and string data type. So in this example, so plus operator is the interface. So it's behaving differently for different data types. So we can call it as a polymorphism. So it's because it's behaving differently for different data types. So let's look at the um, other example, that is function based polymorphism. So let me copy this code. Okay. So now here when we see the function, so here we have the simple function, that is find length. So whenever we pass the data type, it just returns the length of that data type. So let's do that. Print okay, let's define result equals to find length of, let's pass list 1 2 3 4 and print result. Okay, so we are just printing the result for the list data type. So let's call it as list result, and let's pass two other data types, that is a dictionary and string. So let me pass here um, hello world, and that's a string, and let's pass dictionary here, a1 and b2. Let's change this to dict. So here if we look at the code, so we are just using the same interface or the function. So I'm just calling it as interface. So we are using the same function for different data types. So for the first case in line number 5 we are using list data type, and for line number 8 we are using string data type, and for line number 11 we are using a dictionary data type. So in these three cases we get the length of the data type. So for the first case we'll be getting 4, and for the second case we'll be getting around 10, I guess, and for the third case we'll be getting 2. So let's run the code and see how it works. Yeah, so for the first case we can see that we got for the data type we got 4, and for the second data type, that is string, we got 11, and for the third data type we got 2, that is dictionary. So it's behaving the same interface is behaving differently uh, for the different data types. So this way we can implement the polymorphism in functions. So let's work with the classes now. Let me remove all this code and go back to readme. Okay. So let's look at the third example. So when we use the classes, so we can use the methods like method overloading concept and method overriding concept with the polymorphism. So let's look at the simple example here. Um, so whenever we use the polymorphism, it makes the code more readable and more maintainable. So for to save time, just let me copy all this code to playground. Okay, so let's look at the class definitions. Yeah, so here we have the product class. It's a base class for all products that I defined. Here we can see that we have the init method and it's taking the two parameters, name and price. And we also have the one more method, that is get price. So it just simply returns the price that is given to the product. So let's look at the table. So it's a product. It's a child class for the product class. So we are just inheriting the product to the class table. So let's look at the one more product, that is chair. So it's also inheriting the same product class, but it did add the additional functionality by overriding the method, that is get price. So here we have the discount amount, that is $10 or any currency that our choice. So here we have the get price, and what we are doing here, so we have a different logic, that is we are just simply subtracting the discount amount from the whatever the price that we defined for this uh, chair product. So let's look at the one more example, that is computer computer class. So here also we are just inheriting the product class, but we have the different implementation for the get price. It's a different implementation. So here we are just calculating the price based on the tax. So here we are applying the 3% tax. So that's how we defined all the product classes. So all these are different data types. That's because here we define the table, and here we define the chair, and here we have a computer. So three are different, but all three classes are child classes of product. So here we have table um, table instance. So here we define the table. We are passing the two parameters because that accepts two. Um, Here we define the white table. It costs $20, and in line number 29 we define the chair, that is office chair, and it costs $25. And in line number 30 we defined computer, that Dell Inspiron computer, that costs $500. So we have created the cart of items. So let's say we are purchasing all these items. So we just add it to the cart. So for that we are using the list data structure. So here comes the actual interface method that we are going to implement the polymorphism. So this function does not know anything about the above classes, that is whether it is a table, chair, or computer, what is happening inside that, it doesn't know. So it just simply takes the products, and it just calls the method, that is get price, irrespective of the classes. So here we have the simple logic. So it's defining the we are just defining the total equals to 0, and then we are iterating through the all products, uh, and we are just adding calculating the total of the product price. We are just returning the price, and we are calculating the total and returning the total. So if we look at the line number 42, so here we are just returning the total price and printing it here. So let's run it. Let me clear this out first, and then come on, Python polymorphism and playground. Okay, so here we got the 550. So let's say we want to modify something in price calculation for computer. So let's say I want to increase tax from 3 to 5. So I can simply go to this class and update the tax. So I don't need to change it in any other place. Like here we have the interface. So we don't need to change the interface. So let's say we want to add one more functionality, or one more let's say here we have the price, right? So let's say we want to have an offer. So in that case, like, we can have the offer calculated here, and we can add the additional functionality, and then we can update um uh, the interface based on that. So it makes very easy for us to update the code whenever we need, whenever we want to update, add a extra functionality or modify it. So in this way we can use the polymorphism concept to simplify and write better maintainable code. Yeah, that's all for this video. So if you find this video is useful, then like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.